Men are going their own way because they've had enough. They've had enough of the manipulation. They've had enough of the shit tests. They've had enough of being called misogynists. They've had enough of being emotionally abused. They've had enough of wasting their time. They've had enough of wasting their money. They've had enough of sexless marriages, on and on and on. But I'm here to tell you that men going their own way is stupid. And that's what I'm going to get into in this video. All right, look. Men going their own way is stupid. You know why it's stupid? Because they basically are putting their head in the sand and the world is passing them by. You know, this reminds me of the difference between red pill and black pill, okay? Specifically, black pill. That's what men going their own way remind me of. That they know what female nature is. They know these women are going to give them shit tests. They know they're going to lose interest in them over time, blah, blah, blah. And they get kind of depressed and go, well, there's nothing I can do about it, so what's the point? What's the point of even trying? Well, I'm here to tell you and to hopefully change your mind, because just because women's nature is one way, just because you swipe 1,000 times on dating apps, which I'm going to do a video on this, by the way, that I actually did. I did an experiment. Just because you're swiping and all this time, all this money, and not really getting anywhere, well, maybe you need to change your tactics. Maybe you need to level up your dating game. Maybe when you are trying to get a new job, as an example, and you send out hundreds of resumes, well, and you're not getting any interviews, whose fault is it? Okay? Employers keep changing their employment strategies. They keep changing what the things they're looking for, the type of resume they're looking for, and all this stuff. If you send out hundreds of resumes, like I said, you're not getting any interviews, guess whose fault it is? It's your fault. So, instead of black pill, putting your head in the sand, well, there's nothing I can do, oh, poor me, I can't get a new job, you can do something about it. You can maybe hire a coach for you. I'm talking the resume thing again, right? You can go to Canva, create a new template, start over, all these things. Keep trying and changing until you get results. And that is what I have a problem with men going their own way, because they basically just give up and they blame other things outside of their control, right, on the situation. They go, well, women are just this way, and so what's the point? Well, maybe now you're the problem, right? You have to adapt when it comes to dating. And I'm going to share this. I was married for 20 years, out of the dating game for 22 years. I've been single now 3 years. I have no problem getting dates, none, right? And with younger women and attractive women. But it took me at least a year and a half to level up my dating game and to change myself to adapt to the new way of dating now. Because back when I was single, there was no such thing as dating apps. Dating apps have pretty much kind of destroyed things, but not really. They've just given both men and women a lot more options, and you have to adapt to that. You have to change. Yes, there's women that are nasty. Yes, there's women that will give you shit tests. Yes, there's women that will ghost you, blah, blah, blah. Who cares, right? My skin is so thick now. Let me tell you something, a story. Fairly recently, like about a month and a half ago, I had 4 lined up dates that in this one particular week. 4 different women, first date situation. We were going to go out for the first time. I had 4 lined up, and it ended up being 6. I ended up going on a date with 1 out of the 6 during that week, and 4 out of the 6 became nasty, said some shit, like, for example, one of them on a dating app situation, because I go on and off dating apps sometimes, right? Because, if I have a pool of options and those options start to dwindle, I go, you know what? I'm either going to go out to different festivals and restaurants to meet people, but even then, cold approach, you have a little less options than, of course, a dating app. So, this one particular woman I said, hey, look, I'd like to take you on a cute date. And she said, ooh, what do you have in mind? And I said, well, there's this new restaurant that opened up near me. And I sent her the link. And I said, why don't we go there? So her response, she says, ooh, it looks cheap. And I only go to, I prefer Chops or Umi. Well, I live in Atlanta. Chops is a premium steakhouse, okay? Umi, it's another premium restaurant. And I'm thinking, what the heck? First date? Hell no. I'm not paying $300-400 on dinner on a first date. No way. And by the way, this Mexican restaurant, this new one, is like what I would call a swanky Mexican restaurant, right? It's nice. It's not premium, but it's definitely not cheap. And they serve nice cocktails, nice plates, presentation and all that, but it wasn't good enough for her. And I said, well, you know what? Just like you, I have options and you're not one of them. And gone. But guys, I just want to encourage you. These women are going to pull these shit tests. They're going to ghost you. They're going to do all this garbage. But if anything, you get better at screening women out. And you start to hone in on exactly what you want. But I do not suggest just burying your head in the sand and this whole men going their own way movement where basically you cut off all relationships because, you know, it's kind of nice to have female companionship and to go out with women on dates and, of course, to have intimacy and things like that. And you don't want to be so crusty and so negative about life like these these black pill people, right? So that's why I wanted to do this video, to just encourage you. Wait a minute. Look, you don't need to put your head in the sand and go your own way. You just need to get better at leveling up your dating game and be more aware of what women are doing out there. And ultimately, you'll have thicker and tougher skin. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.